Okay, I had an amazing thought over here in my little brain. This rig needs to be more complicated. Here is what I want to do. I want to add these controls to the eyebrows, secondary controls. I already made the left side just to test some things out, but I also want to add a joint and some skinning to the middle of the nose. I want to add mouth corners and some stuff on the lips. Before I do any of that though, there is one thing I noticed with the eye setup I made in the previous video. I already fixed the left side, so you're not gonna see it in the left side. But when I rotate my head up and down, the eyelid of the right side is opening up as well and closing as it goes down. The easy way to fix that would be to get this translate Y value, copy it, open up our calculator, paste it here, and now we're gonna parent the locator under the head control. And now it's messed up, but no worry, we're gonna fix that. Grab the translate Y value again of the locator. Then we're gonna do this value minus the other value. We're gonna copy that. We're gonna put this under parent constraint target offsets in translate Y. We're gonna add that value. 13.0 and hide the locator. So now that's fixed. It should work just as well. Okay, next, let's do the right eyebrow. You could mirror these joints, but because they're floating, if I mirror them, they're not gonna show up on the other side symmetrically. Let me show you what I mean. Like, the other joint's just here. It showed up on top of the other one. I guess that's a good time to talk about this approach of having groups. Some people use group nodes, some people use locators, some people use joints. One benefit of using joints for these compensate transforms would be you wouldn't have floating joints like I have right now. Everything would be under a hierarchy. But that's just to your preference. Another reason I don't want to mirror is because a human face is not perfectly symmetrical. So let's just make a joint here, make another one here, make another one here. Let me see. Yeah, I like that. Parent these. Let's call you, what do they call their left side? Alright. Hide logo rotation axis. Let's make some circles for controls. I made a circle. I'm gonna snap it to the first one over here. Come on. And make another one. We also gotta skin these joints. Let's do that too. Select these joints, go to skin after selecting your geometry, edit influences, add influence. And now let's go to skin, paint skin weights. To connect these joints to the controls, instead of doing a parent constraint like I usually do, I'm going to do it through the connection editor. The reason I'm gonna do it through the connection editor instead of a parent constraint is because at the end we're gonna have to parent this group under the eyebrow control, and if I have it as a parent constraint for some reason that I don't quite understand, it basically creates double transforms. And I think it has something to do with how parent constraints use local or world space on top of blend shapes. Another thing we have to do is compensate these joints. You can use the same script I used in the previous video. So let's compensate, compensate, and compensate. For joints, the compensate node creates this locator, and I want to load this locator on the right side of my connection editor. And I'm gonna load the control on the left side. And I'm going to connect the translate to translate and rotate to rotate, if you wish. Rotate's not really that necessary for this, but might as well. We're gonna parent this under the eyebrow. And I already parented this middle control, I just have to connect it. So do the same thing, reload control on the left side, reload the locator above the joint on the right side, translate to translate, rotate, rotate. And last one, parent the group to the eyebrow, control on the left side, locator above the joint on the right side, translate, translate, rotate, rotate. And there you go.
The next day.
Why, hello. This totally isn't being recorded on a different day or anything. Okay, we finished doing our eyebrows. Now let's go ahead and make the nose. Let's get our joint tool. I'm gonna put you over here. And what's your orientation? Actually that works. Yeah, I like that. I put you a little bit more on the inside of the nose. Should I make you bigger? I feel like these are bigger. Radius. I'm gonna copy that, put it over here, just to make it look pretty. Now I'm gonna parent you to the head joint. And I'm gonna call you nose. Yeah, nose joint. Perfect. I guess I'm just gonna make all the joints before I do any skinning. So let's do mouth corners next.
Let's put a joint over here. Oh well, my computer is slow enough for some reason. And another one over here. Let's unpair these and look at the orientation. Let's put C to face outwards. And C to face outwards over here as well. Let's face transforms on the rotation. Beautiful. the bottom lip. Oh yes. Tell me your woes. I know. Oh, hello? Yeah. Ah. The difficulties of being a cat who sleeps and eats all the time.
Okay, let's go ahead and skin these bad boys. I want to try a different skinning method for the bottom lip joints. I want to create a polygon plane. I want only one width and height division. I'm gonna put it over here, rotate it, make it roughly the length of the lips. I'm gonna subdivide it a little bit, or actually just add some edge loops. Match tools, insert edge loop. I'm gonna add one for each joint. Now I'm going to match the edge loops to each joint. Now I'm going to skin these joints to this plane. I'm gonna do, yeah, 3 joints for max influences. Now I'm going to paint skin weights on this plane. And I want to make sure that each edge is weighted to a single joint. Alright. Now I'm going to select the area of the bottom lip. Let me just make sure I only want the bottom half. Is there an easier way to do this? Let's try this. Yeah. I'm going to select the plane, right click, select vertex, and I should still have the same selection from before. Go to skin, copy skin weights. Let's see if that worked. It worked better than I expected. This is just a way to skin things really fast. You basically just skin something that's very low poly first, and then you copy skin weights from that low poly to the higher poly. I actually have a tutorial about it on my blog. Let's just fix the rest of the mouth. That should be easy enough though. I have to make controls for all these joints now, but I'm so lazy to make circles, parent constraint them, delete the parent constraint, and then rename it to the original joint. So I'm just gonna make a script for it real quick. CMBS selection equals select. Wait a minute. Unless selection equals true. If I do this, it's a list. Okay, can do this by list. What's the name of this control? Okay, circle. Circle. Equal. I guess I should explain what I'm doing. So I want to get my currently selected stuff, which in this case are joints, and I want to go to a for loop that goes through the list of joints in my current selection. So for joint in per cell. Oh, I have my Portuguese keyboard turned on, my bad. For joint in cursor, I want to create a circle. I want the name of the circle to be the string version of the joint that we're going through in the loop. Let me just make sure this command has this flag. Also, if you ever want to know more about a command in Maya, just highlight it, right click, hold, and command documentation. It's going to open up a page of it for you. Name, 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 name. Yes, it has that flag. What else? I'm gonna call this curve. Then I'm going to parent constraint the curve to the joint. I think that's the order. And then I'm going to delete parent constraint. Let's see if that works. Behold. Oh, I have to change the name. Let's do string of the joint plus control. So here we have to do joint. Hell yeah! Look at all these. Beautiful. And I have, yeah, I created all of the bottom lip ones. So let's make all of these now. Oh, I love being able to do tools. Wait, we're almost there. Let's do some quick parenting of these joints to these controls. Now let's parent these controls correctly.
I'm gonna put you. Actually, I'm gonna put both the nostrils under the real nose control. I'm gonna put all of the upper lip onto under this one. The same for the bottom.
most important thing to do in a rig, in my opinion, is make it animator-proof. Because animators will find the most creative ways to break your stuff. That's on you. You can't blame animators for breaking your stuff because you're supposed to make it safe if you're the rigger in the project. First I can finish parenting. I'm gonna parent this to the head and parent this to the jaw. Perfect. We're going to be creating some attributes, creating groups, layers, unlocking and hiding attributes. One thing I like to do is, this always makes me nervous, grab everything and then set everything to 0 to see if something breaks. Because that's something animators do when they want to reset your rig, so make sure that works. It seems like all is good. I still have to fix some skinning stuff, because I'm not completely satisfied with the skinning of some of the blend shapes. But that's it. Peace.